The Champions League is delivering pure chaos this week, and we are breaking it all down for you right now. We start in Barcelona, where tensions hit a breaking point. Eric Garcia made a shocking exit, storming off the field after being handed a red card in the quarterfinal clash against Atletico Madrid. It was a moment that shifted the entire dynamic of the match and left fans absolutely stunned.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Turning to the managerial hot seat, legendary midfielder Steven Gerrard is speaking out about the future of Alvaro Arbeloa at Real Madrid. After a brutal Champions League exit, Gerrard admits he thinks Arbeloa will lose his job, even though he insists the boss does not deserve the sack after a much-improved performance against Bayern Munich. The speculation surrounding the Real Madrid dugout is reaching a fever pitch. It was a night of pure drama at the Allianz Arena as Bayern Munich pulled off a spectacular late victory over Real Madrid. With the aggregate tied and the clock ticking down, Diaz and Olise hammered in stoppage-time goals to seal a 4-3 win and a 6-4 aggregate triumph. Now, Bayern is officially punching their ticket to the semifinals to face Paris Saint-Germain in what promises to be an epic showdown. The statistics tell the story of a classic in the making as Bayern Munich secures their spot in the next round after an electric 4-3 victory over Real Madrid. With the aggregate score settled at 6-4, the path to the trophy is getting narrow and the competition is heating up. Do not miss a single update on this journey to the final. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to stay ahead of the game. Ever wonder what pure, unadulterated frustration looks like on the world's biggest stage? Picture this. The pressure is absolute, the lights are blindingly bright, and in a split second, your Champions League dreams hang by a thread. That was the grim reality for Barcelona defender Eric Garcia during their high-stakes quarter-final second-leg clash against Atletico Madrid. Things went from tense to catastrophic when the referee brandished the red card, signaling the end of the night for Garcia. The cameras caught the exact moment his composure shattered. He didn't just walk off. He stormed off the pitch, leaving his teammates to navigate a defensive nightmare down a man. It's the kind of raw, unfiltered emotion that reminds us that even at the highest level, athletes are only human, and sometimes the frustration of the game boils over in the most dramatic way possible. But I want to hear from you. Was that red card justified, or did the official pull the trigger too fast? Drop a comment below, and let's settle the debate. Because in a tournament defined by margins this thin, one bad call can be the difference between glory and going home early. Is this the end of the road for Alvaro Arbeloa at the Santiago Bernabeu? The fallout from Real Madrid's heart-wrenching Champions League exit is already hitting hard, and if you're a fan of Los Blancos, the numbers make for grim reading. After a chaotic 4-3 defeat to Bayern Munich on Wednesday night, Madrid is looking at a season without a single major trophy, a nightmare scenario for the Spanish Giants. They're out of the cup, trailing Barcelona by 9 points in the league, and their European dreams have been shattered by stoppage-time heroics from Diaz and Olise. It's brutal, and according to Steven Gerrard, it's about to get even worse for the man in charge. Speaking on TNT Sports, Gerrard didn't mince words, suggesting Arbeloa is almost certainly going to lose his job despite an impressive, high-energy performance from his squad on the night. It creates a fascinating debate. Does a manager deserve to be axed when the team actually shows up and fights? Gerrard clearly doesn't think so, pointing out that the players were excellent, but at a club like Madrid, excellence is often measured only by silverware. Arbeloa himself is staying remarkably calm, stating he isn't worried about his own future and is simply hurt for the fans and his players. But in the cutthroat world of elite football, results speak louder than effort. What do you think? Is Arbeloa being dealt a raw deal, or is it just the nature of the beast at Real Madrid? Drop a comment below to let me know your take, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more football updates. Sometimes, even the best effort isn't enough to survive the storm. If you thought you knew what drama looked like, the Allianz Arena just redefined it. In a roller coaster of a night that will be etched into Champions League history, Bayern Munich have officially punched their ticket to the semifinals, ending Real Madrid's run in a staggering 4-3 thriller that finished 6-4 on aggregate. From the opening whistle, it was pure chaos. Just 34 seconds in, Manuel Neuer, who had been a hero in the first leg, suffered a nightmare, gifting Arda Güler an opener that set the tone for an absolute frenzy. Real Madrid didn't just show up, they attacked, taking the lead 3 separate times in the first half alone. We saw Güler bag a second, Harry Kane strike back with clinical precision, and Kylian Mbappe remind the world why he's a global force by leveling the aggregate score before the break. It was breathless, it was messy, and it was everything we love about European football. But the second half told a different story. As the intensity boiled over, Eduardo Camavinga's second yellow card in the 86th minute became the nail in Real's coffin. With the man advantage, Bayern smelled blood. Luis Diaz broke the deadlock with a deflected rocket, and Michael Olise delivered a final, curling dagger in stoppage time to seal the deal. For Real Madrid, it's a bitter pill to swallow, a season effectively over with no major silverware in sight. Joshua Kimmich admitted after the whistle that it wasn't their cleanest performance, but in a competition, this brutal grit matters more than perfection. Now, all eyes turn to a mouth-watering semifinal against Paris Saint-Germain. 2 of Europe's heavyweights colliding, with only 1 step left to reach the final at Wembley. Can Bayern actually lift their 7th crown, or will the French giants prove to be the ultimate roadblock? Let me know your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's biggest games. After a night like this, one thing is certain. In the Champions League, you are never safe until the final whistle blows. If you thought you knew what drama looked like, think again, because what we just witnessed between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid was an absolute, undisputed masterclass in European chaos. In a match that will be etched into the memory of every football fan, Bayern snatched a breathtaking 4-3 victory, sealing a 6-4 aggregate win that sends them storming into the Champions League semifinals. This wasn't just a game of football. It was a psychological roller coaster that pushed 2 giants to their absolute physical and mental breaking points. Throughout the 90 minutes, the momentum swung like a pendulum, proving that in this tournament, form is temporary, but grit is everything. Bayern showed a relentless edge that Real Madrid simply couldn't contain, setting the stage for a mouth-watering showdown with Paris Saint-Germain. It's the kind of high-stakes theater that makes us fall in love with this game all over again. As the dust settles on this classic, one thing is certain. Bayern is coming for the crown, and PSG had better be ready. If you enjoyed this breakdown of tonight's madness, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Champions League deep dives. After all, when the stakes are this high, are you brave enough to bet against anyone?